Hey y'all, so I'm doing my Q&A today. My voice sounds a little weird because I have some allergies going on, so just ignore that. So I'm really excited to do this Q&A. I'm just really excited. I got a few questions on Twitter and on Instagram, and I also am going to do some questions I found online, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about like goals for the blog, kind of like what to expect and different things like that. So I really hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Alright, so we're going to start on Twitter. So one of the questions that I had gotten was, what is my best vacation? And we don't really go on like that many like vacations. We typically will go on like day trips somewhere, or like Jamie and I go on day trips a lot. When I was younger, we went on vacation a lot. Like my grandparents would take us, like all the grandkids, and that was always a lot of fun. We would go to San Antonio a lot. We went to Disney, but I think my favorite like daycation would probably be to go tubing, or to go to Waco, because that was really fun. We went there. So probably one of those two. Or well, we go for Jeremy's family reunion in Oklahoma, and that's really a fun trip, and it's a fun place. And so I would probably say that's my favorite vacation. Another question I got was my favorite sport. I would say like watching, my favorite sport would be like football. And then playing, I really like playing volleyball or soccer or basketball or football. I'm not really good at any of them. So, but I like playing them. But I definitely like watching football, or that one sport in the Olympics. It's like, shoot, something with a C, and you like do shuffleboard, and then you do like you like clean the ice so the thing goes through, something like that. I don't remember 100% what it's called. This lighting's really bad. Okay, that's better. So I would say one, like those two are my favorite, but I just watch them. I don't actually play them. Another question is my latest song obsession. I would have to say that I really don't have like a latest song obsession. I would say I probably just have been really obsessed with Taylor Swift again, because of she just came on to iTunes again. So not on iTunes, she came on Spotify. So I would probably say that is one of my favorite question, or favorite like song obsession, which is like an album, and it's all stuff that I already knew. So I'm not really sure if that would count as a like obsession or not. But I do really have been like jamming out hardcore to it, because I think that it's awesome. And then I lost all my stuff off of iTunes, and I don't have any of the CDs or anything, so I really wasn't listening to a lot of her old stuff. And so it is kind of nice to like go back and listen to that. Another question that I got a lot was, or I didn't get a lot, I mean I just got it like once. I would say, I'm sorry, the question was, what is your favorite show? And I would say that that Orange is the New Black. I finished the season last week, because today is Sunday. So I finished the season last Sunday, almost exactly a week. And so I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's like really sucks because it's really sad at the end, and but it was so good, and I really, really liked it. Another question that I got, let me find it. Sorry, I'm trying to open Instagram on my iPad, and it's weird. Instagram is weird on iPads. Because it's like, technically, another question was, would love to hear what inspired you to create your blog. And I honestly, when I talk about it, I always say, I was in newspaper in high school, and then I was the online editor my senior year, and I really just got into like websites and thinking like, okay, obviously that's where news is going. Nobody really gets the paper anymore, and just kind of because I love the paper. And so just coming to terms with that aspect of it, and then kind of like continuing. And just, it was a creative outlet. I mean, I was in newspaper pretty much my whole high school career. I mean, freshman year I was just in journalism, but I was surrounded by newspaper and in that like creative tone. And so I really enjoyed like creating and like writing and doing stuff like that. Hold on. So I really that was a lot of the reason why I started my blog, is I just felt like, I don't know, just like a part of me was missing by not creating for newspaper and coming up with story ideas. And that it's totally different because newspaper is like going and interview and reporting the news and doing things like that. But I felt like a blog was a really good way to kind of just voice out what I'm thinking and feeling and what I think about, and kind of just putting my little mark. I always just call it, it's my little part of the internet. Like, it's my little site, it's mine, and nobody can really do anything to it. It's just mine. It was just a really good outlet for me. It gave me something to do more than just going to school and going to work. It was like that extracurricular that you have in high school that you really don't get to have in college, unless, or I wouldn't say you don't get to have it in college, but I would say that I went to a community college, and so I didn't really get into anything. I didn't like have a group or anything, because it's just going to school and getting your basics done and coming home. So that kind of affected a lot of it, I think, and me wanting to do something other than going to work and going to school. So I realized I cut that last video like off weird. But so now that's the end of like the question portion. So now we're going to talk about like goals and kind of expectations for the blog. I'm getting married. If y'all don't know, I'm getting married in actually exactly 4 months from now, October 19th, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to plan and like continue planning, and there's a lot of things that have changed, and I'm going to talk about that on the blog tomorrow. But I'm just really excited to kind of do a lot more YouTube, to kind of broaden my blog a little more. I'm going to be talking about wedding things and planning and tips, and that's obviously, a pretty big part of my life going on right now. I'm also not in college anymore. I finished and graduated with my associates, and now I'm just kind of on the job hunt so that I can be a licensed hearing aid dispenser. So I'm just kind of applying for jobs and kind of just working in the hearing department as the attendant right now. So I'm just kind of going through that awkward, like, I'm an adult, like, I'm on my, like, I'm not in school, but I'm not full-time yet because I'm still looking. So it's just this awkward phase. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit on the blog as well. I'm just kind of going over just pretty much what the blog's always been. It's just evolved to what's going on in my life, because I just talk about what's relevant, for me, and hope it's relevant for other people. So I'm going to post a little bit more about the wedding and like planning. I feel like that was really received well when I did that the last few weeks ago. So I'm going to continue with some fun posts for weddings. So be sure to check that out if you are a bride-to-be, or you can pin it to your future wedding board, because I know you got one, and then you can refer to it when you are a bride. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about that, and then once we get married, you know, I'll be talking a lot about, like, being a wife and, like, you know, decorating a home, because Jeremy and I both live at home, and we're going to be living in an apartment, so that's going to be such a big adjustment. So there's just a lot of life changes happening in these next few months, so I'm just going to take the blog along with me, and I hope that y'all are interested in it and y'all enjoy it. If y'all have any other suggestions for what I could post about, or what you'd like to see on the blog or even on the vlog, you know, just tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear your suggestions. If you want to connect with me on social media, I will link those down below. You can DM me thoughts or questions or post ideas or whatever. I would love to hear y'all's opinion. So I'm really excited. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. I think it's on this side. Don't know. I'm still new on YouTube. I don't know that much. So yeah, thanks y'all.